Nativity at 11. Good evening, everyone. I'm Matt Lauer.
And I'm Katie Couric. You know, I haven't taken part in a longer broadcast, Matt, since our show last Friday.
She's kidding. We love the third hour. We are happy to be... We are happy to be working for the Today Show, of course, because that means we work for NBC News.
From the first man on the moon to the fall of the Berlin Wall to the war in the Middle East, NBC News has been there.
Oh, the humanity.
These are pictures sent skipping through the air by the magic of television.
The Japanese have attacked Pearl Harbor. This bulletin came to you from the NBC newsroom in New York.
We interrupt our program to bring you a special broadcast. This is the invasion of Hitler's Europe.
This is John Cameron Swayze saying goodnight for Camel cigarettes.
Khrushchev is still demanding a public apology from Eisenhower.
NBC is standing by to relay the 1956 political convention.
A picture through our ultra-portable camera. Short.
All right, that was an exciting piece of television, wasn't it?
It really was.
Certainly was.
Little Rock was an unlikely place for a federal state showdown tied to segregation.
Never have so many people seen the major candidates for President of the United States at the same time.
Another attempt will be made to send John H. Glenn Jr. around the earth.
Godspeed, John Glenn.
Jets of water from high-pressure fire hoses sent hundreds of Negroes reeling and sprawling.
Thank God Almighty! We are free.
White House press secretary has just announced that President Kennedy died at approximately 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, which is about 35 minutes ago.
He's been shot. Lee Oswald has been shot.
Somebody said keep talking. What do you say? I'm in custody. This is John Chancellor somewhere in custody.
NBC interrupts its regular program schedule to bring you the following special report.
Martin Luther King Jr. was killed tonight in Memphis, Tennessee.
Senator Kennedy has been shot. The senator is lying with his eyes closed, absolutely unmoving.
Johnny, where's Vietnam?
NBC News presents the Vietnam Weekly Review.
Awful sick of it. I'll be so glad to go home.
The Ohio National Guard opened fire on demonstrating students.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
The war in the Middle East grew in intensity today. Mr. Nixon asked the country to believe that he had not broken his constitutional oath, but the country didn't believe that, and Richard Nixon was doomed.
The American embassy in Tehran is in the hands of Muslim students tonight.
After 444 days of captivity, the release of 52 American hostages.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the NBC News coverage of the royal wedding.
The president is hit. Pope John Paul II is in the emerging world is in mourning for President Sadat of Egypt. The tragic death of John Lennon.
The shuttle mission will launch... My God.
1 minute 15.
There's been an explosion.
Velocity 2,900 feet per second.
Good evening, live from the Berlin Wall on the most historic night.
Operation Desert Storm rages on. Los Angeles is under curfew tonight as violence continues in the streets.
Jane, here in Waco, emotions are full throttle.
I'm Brian Williams. Today, MSNBC begins from new digs.
We have received word that a 747 aircraft has exploded off the coast of Southampton, Long Island.
It was a day to say goodbye to a princess who'd been famous in life, revered the world over in death.
NOAA has upgraded this storm to a hurricane once again, has sent the warning all the way up to Rhode Island.
There are no more scientific jargon words. This is a brute of nature. The gravest presidential crisis since Watergate.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I never stop saying Florida, Florida, Florida. We want to go live right now and show you a picture of the World Trade Center, where a short time ago we are told that a plane crashed into the upper floor.
The tower of the World Trade Center has just collapsed outside Washington at the Pentagon, where an estimated 189 people lost their lives. 118 bodies have been recovered.
3 firefighters from New York City who've been trying to dig out as their fellow firefighters raise the American flag. I'm sorry, I was caught unexpectedly emotional.
I can hear you, the rest of the world hears you, and the people who knocked these buildings down will hear all of us soon.